All right, we're back. We had Coach Jimenez on first. Now we have a couple of 4A. Like I said, we're going to do the 4A, 5A preview today. Talk some baseball, talk some returnees, outlook on their teams coming up for the upcoming 2024 South Texas High School baseball season, which starts next Friday. So we got Coach Sanchez here from Ingleside and Coach Elizondo from Rockport-Fulton. So we're gonna roll with two coaches until the end of the episode. So, Coach, first, what we always start is introduce yourself, your name, what you do for, what do you teach, what do you coach for the ISD, and so forth.
Coach Richard Sanchez. I'm fortunate enough to teach primary PE. Oh, wow. So I got a pre-K through second grade PE.
So that got you on your toes.
Man, and I tell you, their attention span is the same as my high school athletes, just different distractions, pretty much. I do the running backs in football and head baseball.
Okay. Cool. Coach Elizondo?
Coach Arturo Tutti Elizondo. I'm the head baseball coach in Rockport. I coach defensive line for the football team, and I teach peer mentor and dual credit and principles of education class. Oh. So I have different cores during the day, and of course we have our athletic period, but it's fun.
So do any of y'all have a baseball class, or there's no baseball class?
No, I don't have a baseball class.
No, it's all
like
one.
Some schools do have
one athletic. Yeah,
okay.
Some are fortunate enough to do that. We're just one athletic period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marcus?
Well, cool. All right, Coach, as well. Give us the kind of tell us about the end of your season last year, if you guys made the playoffs, if not, and then how you're going to build off of that coming into this year, as far as, returners, what that might look like.
Of course, y'all have Sinton, Port Lavaca, Rockport, Ingleside, and Beeville.
And West Osa.
So that's the district for 34A, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's District 34. Go ahead.
Last year was definitely a learning experience for us. We caught some bad luck. Injuries got us, and for whatever reason, the lineup that I anticipated having, looking back in the fall, in the spring, it wasn't the lineup that we put on the field. But we got a lot of, young guys that, got some valuable experience, maybe a year sooner than what we thought they were going to, which I think we'll be better off for it. So we got a good little core group of 3 seniors coming back, couple juniors, couple sophomores. Got a big freshman class that a few of them might have to be thrown in the fire, sooner than later, but we'll see. So
and saying that, so who's your top returnees or all district, and who you're going to be your players to watch?
We have our 3 seniors coming back. We have Taylor Holland. He's a returning all-district. I believe he got second team all-district infield. He's a straight baseball kid, and he's had a really good off-season, really good summer. Finally got him to understand the importance of the weight room, and he looks good. Been doing well. Had a really good off-season. Lino Solis, he's kind of our vocal leader. High-energy kid. He'll catch for us more than likely, but so we'll see. Does a good job for us back there, and again, high energy kid, vocal leader type of kid. And then we'll have Aiden Jacobson, who's
your quarterback.
He was QB1.
Yeah.
QB1.
Had a good athlete.
had a great year.
Yeah.
On the football field. Is having an outstanding start to his basketball season, and then he'll be one of our pitchers and our shortstop. Really, really good defensive shortstop. So we're looking for a big year out of those 3 guys.
So, and saying that too, so who will be, like you said, you're going to throw some freshmen in the fire. So who's going to have to step up for you besides the seniors?
We'll have, like I said, we'll have a couple returning juniors. Drayden Garcia, a little middle infielder, does works hard, does a good job for us. Dylan Reed, who tall kid, high upside, every bit of 6'4" right now. Junior had some elbow issues last year, hurt his arm during basketball. So he DH'd for us a little bit last year, and then he wasn't able to finish the season due to injury. But those 2 guys, we're looking for a big year out of them. We got a couple sophomores coming back that had to play some varsity last year due to injuries that you saw a light bulb kind of turn on towards the end of the season for them, and they kind of realized, hey, it's just baseball.
Right.
I'm saying it's baseball. So Brody Briggs, corner kid for us, and Jaden Ramirez, outfielder for us. Both work hard. Great kids. Yes sir, no sir kids. So we're looking for them to have a good year as well.
And you play in a competitive district. Rockport, Sinton. It does. You can't take a break any Tuesday or Friday night. or Monday, Saturday, whatever y'all play.
Absolutely not.
So, and before we get to Coach Isondo, so on the tournaments, what tournaments you have lined up or non-district foals, to get you ready for district? It's a process, right? Start Friday. You start fundamentally. You got to take care of the arms. They're going to be sore. Some come in from basketball late. Mm-hmm. So, what's going to be your? I know you're going to have goals, of course, but what do you do to get them ready, like right off the bat? Let's hit the ground running. Like you said, you got your 3 seniors. What's going to be the key this year?
I feel they've shown a lot of growth, and I think last year, the way the last season turned out kind of left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So
y'all missed the playoffs.
We'd missed the playoffs. We were in some ball games late. We lost some 1-run ball games. Had some leads slip away in the 4th, 5th inning. So I think that left a bad taste in a lot of their mouths. So, they're going to show up ready to work. Ready to compete. And I think that's the big thing is just the competitive nature, being able to kind of get that competitive fire out of them, and just kind of, building off of that and understanding that we don't want to feel the same way we felt last year.
Right.
But our work ethic has to reflect those goals.
So non-district foals and tournaments.
Non-district, we are opening up.
Some key games,
Yeah, key games. We're going to the Banquete tournament.
Okay.
And it's going to be a 3-site. I think Mathis and Orange Grove are hosting as well.
Oh, wow.
So, Banquete's coming. Zapata's coming, who upset TM last year.
Right, they had a good team last year.
Really, really good. We played them last year, and they're just really, really solid, fundamentally sound. Like I said, Banquete, Orange Grove, Mathis, just a bunch of
Orange Grove's going to be a sleeper, man.
Yeah, just a bunch of quality.
They got a bunch of kids coming back.
Just a bunch of quality small school guys, and then small school teams, sorry.
Yeah.
And then we'll co-host the Best of the Bay. It's us, Rockport, AP, and Port A.
Oh, wow.
It's that Best of the Bay that we do every year. So, anyway from 2A to 4A, quality opponents. A 2A won it last year, Rivera.
Wow.
Rivera came and played well and won it last year. So it's a good tournament. And then we will go to the Falfurrias tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Week 3, and we took runner-up last year in that one to foul. But, some good schools. Hebronville co-hosts with them, and they'll be good. Orange Grove's going. I believe these guys are going. Rockport's going. So it'll be good. It'll be good. So hopefully we'll be ready to roll come district.
Cool. Go, Marcus.
I really don't have anything additional to add to that.
Yeah, he covered everything.
I think we jump into Rockport.
Yeah, now go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We had in my perspective, we had a really good season. You can go back and look at the record we had. We were 500. We were 15-15. But my philosophy has always been, as a head coach and an experienced head coach for over 10 years, you start to realize that getting your kids into some big atmosphere games, and if you win or lose, yes, if you want to win, but if you lose, it's not really bad. So, we lost a couple of games last year where we didn't just have the pitching or we didn't come through with some clutch hitting. This year, I feel like we can compete. We can win some of those games, those non-district games, those tournament games where it puts us in a situation where we can go into district being confident. 10-5, 11-4, and having a good record, and I feel like that's huge for our team. Returners, we've been fortunate enough to be blessed with 2 kids. I feel like have been contributed to our program since they were freshmen, and Jordy Gibson, our second baseman, our leadoff for 3 years. He's been outstanding. The thing is, he just sometimes gets overlooked. as far as because of our district and who plays second base at our district. You know, you have Marco at Sinton.
The depth.
You know, you've had some great second basemen over, you know, at Port Lavaca or Orange Grove, you know, and with us. But, you know, his sophomore year, he made All-State, and he showed it. And last year, he had a little injuries from his shoulder in football. That happens. But hopefully this year he's 100% and he's ready. We have Isaiah Elizondo, which is my son, who's played everywhere since his freshman year. Freshman year, he played first base.
It's funny how a coach's son is always utility.
Yeah. Well, and with him, it was
and
like.
You have to, right? Hey, you're going to play that.
Yeah, and with him, it was when he was little, he played everything. So I knew if I was at that time, I wasn't the head coach. When I became the head coach and he was in 8th grade, I said, this is going to benefit him more than anything because he'll be a spot guy. I need him as a freshman. I kept thinking he's not going to be a starter as a freshman. I was like, he could spot play in outfield, shortstop, third base, second base, first base. Eventually, he ended up taking the first base position his freshman year and ran with it. Got freshman of the year. Then his sophomore year, we moved him to third base because our third baseman graduated, and he ended up getting the first team district. And then last year, we needed a catcher for our pitcher, our best pitcher, and he's caught when he was little, and he was like, Dad, I'll do it. And he ran with it, and he played catcher in our big games, and he would play short, and he would play third, and he would play pitcher every now and then. And so he got junior of the year with Nick Flores from Sinton. Right. They shared it, and so with those two guys leading our team, we have good captains. You know, Sean Howe, who's a junior.
That's your pitcher, right?
One of our big returning.
I think I seen a pitcher over the summer. He's been improving.
Yes, Sean Howe. He's been. I mean, his dad was a pitcher in college at A&M Kingsville, and he's just right there with him. You know, and he's a coach's kid who knows what we ask from him to do, knows a little bit more of the game, knows what he has to do, and so he was 9-1 last year. Throughout the year, you know, he did great. You know, he ended up becoming he was sophomore of the year in our district, and it's been those three guys alone, with a couple of more seniors, Blake Garcia, who's going to play outfield, Aiden Smith, who's going to play center field, them along with some juniors, you know, Dawson Phillips. I got him coming back, and I have two sophomores that last year started as freshmen, Jackson Cowan, who's playing shortstop, and Jackson Grubert, who was a catcher, third base, DH. So I got a good core. I got about 5 or 6 kids that have some varsity experience, 30 games under their belt. And so now they're my core. I've always said you got to have 5 or 6 guys every year to continue what you're doing. And, you know.
For consistency.
Yeah. You know, that's how you build your program. And so 4 years ago when we had, you know, when it was COVID 5 years ago, that first year we had 8 starters that didn't get to finish the year. They were seniors.
Right.
So the next year we were young, and we made it to the playoffs. First round we lost. The next year I had 6 or 7 guys back. We made it 3 rounds. Yeah. You know, and then last year we had 4 or 5 guys back, and we made it 2 rounds. So it's not like it becomes consistently, like you said, where you have 5 or 6 guys who know what's going on. You don't have to worry so much about them as much as those other 3 or 4 guys who now are in the fire, and you want them to, just like Coach Sanchez said, his young guys learn the experience. Right. Now it's time for them to shine. I mean, you put a lot of pressure, a little bit more pressure on them to make that happen. You know,
and you know, and saying that, like you say, now there's freshmen coming in ready to play.
Oh yeah.
I mean, with all these select ball and travel tournament sliders and banditos and, you know, all these teams, you know.
Oh yeah. You know,
you got freshmen. Hey man, they're ready. You know,
the funny thing is, you know, I'm sitting here with Coach Sanchez and me and Coach Sanchez back when my son was probably 10, 11 years old. He played with the Ingleside kids. Right. And so those kids that graduated last year for him, the kids that are seniors this year, they've known each other. Yeah. And so it takes those kids when they were little playing to where they're at now, because the names he talked about are those kids, the Jacobsons, the Hollands, you know, the Linos, and Isaiah played with them, and so did Jordy, and so did Sean. And it's kind of, we all know this in South Texas. Right. They all know each other. They're just all playing in different schools.
Everybody from 5A all the way down.
You know exactly who is the guys that are playing on the other teams.
And you know, so in saying that too, Coach, so you know your district's tough. You got Sinton. Port Lavaca was a surprise last year, right?
Oh yeah.
And then you know, Beeville was a tough out. They said,
they got some good young talent.
Yeah, yes, they do. So I mean, you know, it's like I was telling a lot. You know, our Alice district's tough, y'all's district tough. There's that 33A, the little Big 12, you know, and then of course the big corpus. So, you know, there's a lot of competitive ball in every district. So I think, like you said, it gets you ready. You go 2-3 rounds deep, you know, because you're that ready already. You played the competition.
Yeah, and I've been coaching, not a head coach at baseball, but I've been coaching 21 years in South Texas.
Right.
So I know a lot of people, and so getting, you know, my scrimmages, getting London, getting Flower Bluff,
right,
getting Vets,
right.
You know, I scrimmage those just to throw my kids in the fire and see how it works. You know, my non-district schedule this year is almost like last year. I didn't get Alice, but I picked up TM. Right. So now I have TM, and I'm gonna play London again, and I'll play those guys, you know, at Whataburger Field and in the atmosphere, and to get us ready for Sinton, Ingleside, Orange Grove, our district. Because like you're saying, you know, you're playing teams that are highly competitive, and they're not just throwing a team out there. You got to prepare and be ready. You know, the tournaments we go to, first we'll go to Sinton. Sinton started a tournament where it was just like 8 teams. Now it's up to, I think, 10 or 12, and we'll play there the first tournament, and then we'll host with them. We have 18 teams in that tournament.
Wow!
And so it's everywhere, you know. And then our third tournament, it depends on how I can see it. You know, before the third tournament, we start district,
right?
And I have Sinton that Tuesday after our tournament, and we're playing them at Whataburger Field. So I was like, you know what, I need to be able to go compete and get some games in for my young guys to get on the mound, and so we're going to foul, and we'll play in Hebronville, so we won't see them in foul.
Right, I got you.
You know, so we're kind of split, and it just works out, and you know, once we get into district, it's time to roll, and hopefully we make the playoffs, and I get to play Banquetti, and I'll play Banquetti for a warm-up game. We've always had that set up, me and Coach Miller, and so that's just our schedule and just ready to roll.
Cool, man. Shoot, man, that's good stuff. You know, this is what we do it for. You know, it's, you know, like you say, South Texas high school baseball is big around here, and you know, we're gonna keep doing it as long as we can, and we're gonna have a website coming up soon, like 361 Blast had,
awesome.
And we'll try to, you know, get to some games and write a little article and, you know, keep up some updated standings, stuff like that too, you know. So the more we get out there, the better, you know. So I mean, we almost got 10,000 followers on the Facebook.
Yeah,
and,
it's getting up
you
there.
know, so it's getting up there. Yes, sir. Thank you. But we appreciate y'all coming out. You know, we just kind of want to touch base with y'all.
Yeah.
You know how the district, of course. We don't even have to ask you about the district. Y'all already know, you know.
Yeah.
You know who
it's
y'all want to be.
Yeah.
There, Sinton. You know, Sinton's the main thread, right?
But they're the gold standard.
They're where we want to get to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
you tell your
exactly.
kids that, and you I'm sure he's the same way as me. Coach Sanchez, like me, you tell your kids, go play, and you see those kids from Sinton. You know, they put their shoes on and their pants on just like you.
Yeah.
But when they get on the field, you got to compete.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get to their standard in order for us to get to state and get to the playoffs and make a run. And, you know, we just appreciate what you guys do for us.
Yes, sir.
Because, you know, South Texas.
And we do it for the players too, you know.
South Texas baseball is nothing that we just coach them. It's the kids put in the work.
Yep.
It's you guys getting them noticed.
Yeah.
And what I like what you guys do is you're not biased, and you're just not for one team.
Right.
You know, when you put something out like this, I think it's awesome for everybody in South Texas to get notified, and I appreciate what you guys do for sure.
Yeah, same here.
Appreciate
Same here.
that.
This is awesome. This is good stuff.
Got anything else, Marcus?
I think I'm good. This
Good?
was pretty simple.
Yeah.
This one was easy.
Yeah, yeah. They did the talking. That's always a
That's
good thing.
great. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate y'all. We wish y'all the best of luck. I know high school season starts next Friday. Of course, we'll be following y'all. I mean, you get any commitments or something, shoot us a message, and you know, we post them. I try to post as much as I can. Marcus helps out too on the Instagram. So man, we got the ball rolling. We just, you know, no reason to stop and just keep going, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
just
thank y'all.
keep on making the best region, South Texas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add? Anything?
No, just like I said, thank
y'all
you.
are not lacking no games, or you know.
No, we're good. I always keep one open. Like I don't ever do my limit, because you never know with the weather down here.
Right.
And I still play on grass, not like these turf guys. I'm still on the grass side.
I'm a grass guy.
I'm a grass guy
I'm a
too.
grass guy.
So you never know. They might get rained out.
Yeah.
The tournament might not be able to play. You miss 1 or 2 games. I always try to find someone, and I always try to keep that extra game open. But no, I mean, my schedule's full.
Yeah, same here.
Pretty sure there. So.
Yeah, same
All
here.
right. Well,
So
we wish you all the best of luck. Thank y'all for coming out. And like I said, good luck on the season.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for what you do.
Yes, sir.